Hey guys, I missed you all so much. So jumping right in, I'm using this concealer to prime my eyelids. I recently purchased it, but it's obviously almost my skin tone color. It's in beige. So I'm just thinking of using it to prime my eyelids and to cover up blemishes around my face. And then I'm just putting some face powder on top so that the eyeshadows can blend smoothly. I'm going to go right into this KathleenlightsxMorphe palette once again using this camel shadow. It is so beautiful. I wish these shadows had names, but they don't. I'm using the Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm just using it as a transition color. I'm going to go right in with this brick red, orangey, cool tones. Yeah, I suck at explaining things, describing things, but anyways, I'm putting that right on my upper crease with the Morphe M514 brush, and I'm just trying to deepen up the crease, add some dimension. And now things are about to get spicy over here. Okay, I'm going in with this darkish gray, not black, but really dark color with this e.l.f. contour brush. It's really not a blendable brush at all. I'm still trying to figure out a way to use it. So I just use it to place the color, and then I'm using the Morphe M321 brush, and I'm basically blending it on the inner and outer corners of my eyes, leaving the middle bare, and then I'm not doing a cut crease, but I'm just going over the crease with it again to add some more dimension. Remember, the key is to always keep on blending. Just use that flick of the wrist and go ahead, blend back and forth, blend back and forth. I went in with the crease brush from Wet n Wild to just keep on blending everything together, and then I'm jumping in to like one of my favorite colors from this palette, and it's the olivey shimmery toned shade. It is so beautiful, and all I'm doing is just going over top of the other darker color that I used before to add in that shimmer. So to brighten things up a bit, I went in with this brighter green shimmer shade. Look at that. I think the key to lid shades is to use your finger. I haven't found a brush that could do the same exact thing to pack on color like your finger can. So that's what I'm using, and I'm just placing it into the bare spot of my eyelid. And then I'm using a brush to just blend out the edges. You just don't want any hard edges. No. To brighten up the brow bone, I'm going to go in with this bone shade light color. It's not white, it's not beige. I suck. Like, seriously, just name the shadows, please. I'm going in with this napkin to take away all that fallout, and then I'm using the Maybelline primer, Master Prime, in Blur and Redness Control, because my redness is always out of control. Oh, you see what I did there, guys? Alright, so foundation. I've been using this Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation. It is so good, and I've been meaning to do a review on it. I'm going to try to get it done this week. Mark my words. And I'm using the Selfie Blur brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It was like my only clean brush left because I've been lazy. And my sponge was stored away in a bag because I had a really rough weekend and I didn't feel like getting it. So I'm just blending everything in around my large ass forehead. So I was thinking of giving this e.l.f. concealer a go, but this shade is in light, and as you can see, it's not that light. I was like, hello, no. Again, I normally use a sponge to blend out my concealer, but I didn't have it with me. Well, I just didn't feel like getting it at this point. So then I'm seeing myself, and it's just not brightening enough. It's just not doing what I wanted it to do. So I went in with the Rimmel Matte Perfection Concealer. It's the 2-in-1 conceal and highlight, concealer. It's pretty good. It's from the drugstore. Not expensive at all. So I'm using that over top with the same brush. I got this brush from a Ipsy bag, and I think they're super cute. I actually got another one for the eyes, and I was super excited about it. So clearly the brush was not doing what I wanted it to do. I'm just so used to using a sponge. I feel like it just makes such a huge difference when you're blending out your concealer, especially under your eyes. I mean, foundation I can do without a sponge, but for concealer I just have to. I'm just like, ugh, I'm gonna have to get it, darn it. And then I got it, and it was amazing. This has been my go-to loose powder. It's a little bit of a mess, I'm not gonna lie, okay? But it's so good. I have the Laura Mercier powder as well, and I feel like this does the same thing, to be honest. I also got the other shade that they sell, the more skin-toned shade, and I thought that it would be great for someone with a darker complexion that this probably might not look that well on. So I'm still going to try it out and see how it works. So I used my BH Cosmetics Quick Change. I have been living for that thing. It just helps out so much because I don't have to wash my eyeshadow brushes as much, and it's just super easy. So anyways, I went in with the camel shade on the inner portions of my lower lash line, and then I went in with the darker shade on the outer portions of my lower lash line. So I'm just not really smoking it, but just, you know, like putting a little bit in there. And then I used that first shade from the palette. It is such a beautiful highlight shade, and I'm using it in the inner corner of the eye to, you know, give a little bit more of kapow to the eyes. You guys are probably sick and tired of me using this contour powder, but honestly, it is just so good. I say that all the time, and I'm really gonna go on a hunt for other options. Okay, I'm going to try, I promise. But for now, this is just my go-to, okay? And then I've been loving this BH Cosmetics Natural Finish bronzer. It's a satin bronzer, and it looks super pretty. I got mine in Tropical Tan. Also, peep my hair growing back. It's super annoying, but I'm just happy it's growing back. So for blush, I'm using this e.l.f. blush palette. I haven't used it in a while, and I didn't really know what color to put on my cheeks, so I put them all on my cheeks. And I'm using the Dual Fiber Real Techniques brushes. I use them all the time. They're super good. They blend and distribute product so well, so that's why I love them. And for a highlight, I'm using the Wet n Wild Illuminating highlight. I'm just using the outer colors because the inner two are a little bit too rosy for me. I feel like for my skin tone, and make me look a little ashy on the cheeks. So I like using the ones on the outer edges. I'm going to contour my nose. I haven't done it in such a long time, but I thought I'd give it a go because I kind of like how it looks. I really do. So I kind of want to keep on continue doing it. Do I even make any sense? So I highlighted my nose a little bit, but that highlight isn't really like a kapow highlight. It's a subtle highlight, which is why I like it. I'm using the mascara that you guys are, again, probably sick of me using. To line my lips, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Lip Liner in Stripped. I used this in my last video, and it just looks like your lip color, but better. And I'm going to top it off with Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K Liquid Lipstick. And this is it for this entire look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you all so much, and thank you all for your support. I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!